Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. We are all one. We are like the ocean. If you take a cup out of the ocean, the water still is not separated. If you throw it back in, it's still one. Water does not change. And it's so humble that wherever you put it, it will always go to the bottom. Whether you put it in a cup, whether you put it in the land, it will always somehow get just to the bottom, as far down as it can. That's how humble water is. And this is just like Sangat. The sea, the ocean is just like Sangat. One Sikh is strong with Waheguru's Kirpa, but two Sikhs, they are Sangat. They are the form of Waheguru himself. They are the form of Guruji himself. And Sangat is like a river. Once you jump in it, you'll be taken by the current to wherever it needs to go. And Sangat, in the company of Sangat, they will take you to Waheguru, no matter what you do, in the company of Sad Sangat. And Sangat is one of the most powerful things in this world, and it can take you two ways. It can take you to both two extreme ends, and it can shape the life of masses. Everyone right now is affected by Sangat. Everyone right now is affected by the people they are surrounded with, no matter what they do. And some people get surrounded with Sad Sangat, and they get shaped in a great way, where they grow up with people that actually look out for them, are constantly pushing them in the right path and making them better every single day. But most people get surrounded with Gul Sangat, which is, I think that's how you pronounce it, Gul Sangat or Ka Sangat, probably Gul Sangat, and which that is that you get shaped bad in a very badly way when they grow up. And these people peer pressure you into doing bad things like drugs, slandering people, making fun of people, and they really don't care about you, and they're just in it for themselves. And for most of my life, I was surrounded by this kusangat. I was surrounded by gamer friends who had pretty much no life, never went out, had no social life, and had pretty much no faith in God. And guess what? I was exactly like them. I was literally the spitting image of them. Why? Because they shaped me in that way. Because I was spending all my time with them. And I was exactly like them. And this type of sangat is like crabs in a bucket. Imagine crabs in a bucket, yeah? One crab tries to get out. The other crabs will start pinching that crab and pull it back down to their level, because they don't want the other crab to get out. They don't want people to get higher than them. And just like when you're trying to get out your comfort zone, just like when you're trying to improve yourself, you've got these crabs in your life that start making fun of you. Just when you start getting consistent, disciplined, when you start building that life you want to be, when you start becoming a good Sikh, yeah, they'll say that you're a health freak. They'll say, go have some fun with your life. Why are you not spending your youth, your childhood on fun things? They'll be saying that you're a sadhu working early in the mornings on your business. Another thing is like when you go sit upstairs in the Gurdwara for too long, or if you stay in the Gurdwara for too long and do lots and lots of seva, some people say, Tu jada baba ban gaya. And this is what pulls us down. This is what keeps us where we're at and stops us to get to Guruji. And Gul Sangat, this just keeps you at a very, very low level. And at this time of my life, everything was a mess about a few years ago, and I wasn't in control. I was constantly having lustful thoughts. I was constantly watching things I shouldn't be. I was just falling to the panchor, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar. My lust, my anger, my greed, my pride, and my attachment. I was falling to all these things This was like one of the worst parts of my life. And eventually, the self-improvement era came around, where I started improving myself, where I started building that life I wanted to build. But I felt alone. I felt like the sore thumb in the crowd. I just stuck out. I just couldn't fit in. And it just reset me back to where I was. I was like, if other people in my group are having lustful thoughts, if other people are doing this with their life, if other people are eating junk food, why can't I? And that just reset me until I got tired of it and I met someone who was about to change my life. Little did I know they were about to change my life. And we both got into self-improvement together. And we improved so much together because we would always be keeping each other accountable, would always be checking up on each other, would never ever let each other slip. And from that I built so much. And that's what led me today to make this YouTube channel, to post self-improvement content and then to Sikhi. That is the power of Sadh Sangat. He helped me get out of my lust-ridden mind. He helped me start building a physique that I really want. He helped me start doing things that I really want to do in my life. And just by changing, just by switching my Sangat, it's not even a major change, yeah? It might be hard, but just by changing my Sangat, I changed the whole trajectory of my life. I was going the wrong way, and I did a full 180 and started going the right way. Just because I made one massive change. And that was Sangat. That was the people I surrounded with. And Sadh Sangat is so important. I can't even tell you how important this is. Guruji says himself, they say himself, that one of their forms is Sangat. It's the true Sangat. When you go to the Gurudwara, when you sit with people, when you do Kirtan with them, when you Naam Jap with them, when you say Shabads with them, when you talk about Itihas with them, when you do Sangat, when you're in Sangat, you're literally experiencing the Guru. You become a part of that one again. That's how powerful this is. Before we carry on, I'm going to do a quick plug. So if you want me to personally help you on this Sikhi journey, I've got one-to-one coaching where I help you integrate Sikhi into your life and really teach you how it is to be a Sikh. And I've got a limited time offer right now. So the first person to buy it gets 20% off. If you don't want to buy it, just carry on watching these videos. Keep on practicing a Sikhi, man. I know you've got this. So you've been blessed with Sangat. This is the thing that a lot of people miss. You've been blessed with Sangat. You don't realize this, but you know how much karam, you know how much bhakti it took from your past life. You know how much pain it took, how many past lives it took for you to get this point where God blessed you with the power, with the power to be allowed to have Sangat. So many people have the wrong Sangat, and you have the power right now to get into the right Sangat. So you have done something right. And not only have you won this lottery of becoming a human, not only won this lottery of getting into Sikhi, you've also won the lottery where you can have Sangat. That's 3 lotteries in a row. You're like the most luckiest person in the world. So you get what I'm trying to say, yeah? You need to surround yourself with the right people. You are most likely not in the right Sangat. Because I wasn't for most of my life. But I kept on making excuses. That, oh yeah, my friends, they only play video games. They're actually alright. They do believe in God. They're not against God. Yeah, they're not that fat, but they're not too healthy, but they're fine. They actually do look out for me. They don't make fun of me. They never ever slander anyone. They just do it for a joke. They don't really mean it. That's what so many people say. That's the excuses so many people make. and then they just go ahead and ruin their whole entire lives. Trust me, man. You need to let them go. You need to let them go. Because these people are not going to help you. These people are not going to help you in your life. They're not going to help you get to where you want, to where you need to be. And you just need to focus on getting the right Sangat first. Because then you'll actually experience it. And once you experience Sad Sangat, there's no going back. You'll want it. You'll keep on wanting it. And you'll want to make these relationships with people. Trust me. It's like saying, I have a chocolate in my hand right now. And I say, this is the sweetest, most nicest chocolate in the world, yeah? But you haven't tasted it yet. You obviously wouldn't believe me. You would eat your chocolate until you got to eat my chocolate. And once you try my chocolate and you experience the true fruit of this chocolate, the true sweetness, you'll never ever touch any of the chocolate again. And that's the same for Sangat. Once you experience Sad Sangat, there's no going back. You'll want it. You want it more and more and more. So how do you get the Sad Sangat? How do you find these people who actually look out for you? Well, it's not going to be easy. I'll say that the least. It's not going to be easy. You need to start going to places where this type of Sangat would be, where the people would be. And the main place, obviously, for us is a Gurdwara. You'll find your Sad Sangat in the Gurdwara by going to activities like Sikhi camp, to Tabla class, to Punjabi class, to Santya class, to do Simran. You'll find these people in there who actually are on this path of the righteousness and want to connect with Guruji and want you to connect with Guruji as well. So that's the easiest way to find them, but it's not easy at all, because you need to start building the connections first. At the start it'll be slow. You have to go up to people, you have to talk to them, yeah? And a lot of people are shy, but once you do it once, once you do it twice, yeah, you will feel so good talking to people, and you'll start making so many more friends. At the start it's really, really slow, but over time it gets faster. It's not like a linear graph when it's where you just gain one friend, the next day you gain two friends. No, it's like it's exponential. So once you've gained the first friend, the next time that friend will show you to other friends, and then you'll gain 3, 4 friends, and then you gain more and more and more. Because at the start you don't know anyone, and then later on when you start building connections, people will know other people, and then you'll get to know other people. Just like I went to Sikhi camp last year, yeah, and I met this guy. I wasn't into Sikhi that much then. I met this guy, he's much older than me, I think he's like 25, and just recently I met up with him again, and he invited me to his brother. And when I saw him and talked to him, it was just like, he was such a Chardi Kala Sikh. He was proper Amritari. He had a massive Shastra on him, a massive sword on him, and it just inspired me. And now I'm friends with that guy too, and that's how it grows. And then also, I needed to know where I should do Santya, because our Gurudwara doesn't do it, sadly. So I asked them, and they told me a Gurudwara instantly. That's the power of Sangat. They can increase your chances of getting to Guruji. True Sangat will get you to where you need to be. True Sangat will take you to where you need to be. Sangat is so powerful, I just would never be able to tell you. And just another thing, kind of off topic, just what you consume, what you surround yourself with will affect you. Anything that you surround yourself with will affect you. One big example of this is music. A lot of people listen to degenerate rap songs, but just for the beat though. And they don't realize that all these words that they're saying, yeah, all these dirty words that they are saying, are actually getting implanted into your mind. It's actually shaping your mind. Just like Gurbani shapes your mind too in a good way. Even if you don't understand it, it will still give you anand. It will still give you bliss. These songs are so bad for you, and you need to cut them out. And just with videos that you watch too, cut out all the entertainment videos that you watch, because they're useless. There's really no point. It's just making you weaker. Guruji is probably looking at you like a silly man falling to this maya, yeah? It's falling to this illusion of the world. You should be watching sikhi videos or self-improvement videos that will actually help you in life, that will actually push you to be better. And that's not just to say, oh yeah, just watch my videos, I'm the best person, watch me for sikhi. There are so many sikhi videos out there and channels, like basics of sikhi, Nanak Naam, I think it was like Sikh, Net, Raj Karega Khalsa. There's so many videos, there's so many YouTube channels out there, and you should start subscribing to them and watching them too. You should start surrounding yourself with what you want to become. And then you'll start attracting people just like you, people who you want to become like. So Sangat is not just people, but it's also everything that you surround yourself with. Think about this, yeah? I know I'm talking about chocolates too much, but like, if you kept chocolates in your house, then you'd be more likely to eat them, right? Obviously. So if you don't keep chocolates in your house, if you don't keep the bad stuff surrounded around you, yeah, then you will be less likely to indulge in it. That is the power of what you surround yourself with. So start surrounding yourself with things that you want to be like, things that Guruji approves of. Get into Sangat, man. I've also got a Khalsa Brotherhood in the second link in the description below. So that's another form of Sangat. There's people just like me and you in there. We do weekly calls every Saturday, and we just talk about Sikhi really. So you can join that if you want. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video. That's all I've got for today. Tomorrow is not a promise, so do what you can today. Get that Sangat. Try getting that Sangat today. Go to the Gurdwara today. Go talk to someone today. Every breath is not a promise. Don't miss this chance. Forgive me for all the mistakes I've made in this video. I've tripped up quite a few times in this video. Anyways, Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.